to overcome, but they have overwhelming talent on both sides of the ball.
Hey, look who that is. Aaron Rodgers returned to practice this week, and he'll play the role of Packer scout team quarterback. He is eligible to return to the field Week 15 against the Panthers should they need him, which is funny because, yes. Nick, should the Packers rush Aaron Rodgers back out on the field?
I wouldn't rush him, but if the doctors say he can play, he should go play. Now, this is not the type of injury, Cris has explained, that you're worried he's going to re-aggravate, or the type of injury where all of a sudden you think playing him, he's going to do long-term damage to his career. And the Packers right now, it's barely, but they are just barely still alive for the playoffs. Now, that'll be different if they lose to the Browns this week, a game that I actually think they will lose, but I'm a man on an island on that. If they beat the Browns and they're 7-6, they're still alive, he'll go play.
Nick, not to make light of, but in high school, didn't you have a serious injury?
I did.
What did you injure? You injured your shoulder?
Yeah, I had
went to the doctor, right? You're on the basketball team captain. Went to the doctor.
Yeah.
Right. What did the doctor tell you, Nick?
He told me I needed to stop playing because I kept dislocating my shoulder.
Right, but you decided
I ignored the doctor's advice. Right. I kept playing. I kept dislocating my shoulder. Now I have nerve damage and not full rotation of my arm.
Right. Now the reason why I told that story, because even as an athlete, all of us have it in us to be able to push through what we think is the best thing for us.
Did you just lump me into the athlete category?
Until you interrupted me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going somewhere with it.
I was excited. Go ahead. Please, keep going. Continue.
So we all have that ability inside of us. And it's not just to compete. It's about the responsibility of being with your teammates, with your classmates, with your brothers and sisters who you like going about playing the game with. So sometimes it's not necessarily the doctor. Sometimes it's not conventional wisdom. It's an athlete trying to be out there with his teammates and being competitive. And that's all part of being an athlete. I'm willing to take a risk that other people don't take. That's why I chose this profession. Typically, we got a little screw loose. Yes, that's the reason why we decide to take these type of risks. But this is a risk that Aaron Rodgers, it wouldn't jeopardize his ability to throw the football the rest of his career. That's why I would take it. These games are precious in the NFL. I played 16 seasons. Every game I could play in, I was trying to play in. I've tried to keep that theory, and I believe Aaron Rodgers, the joy of playing and the potential that they could get in the playoffs, because, Nick, you said it's wide open this year. Why can't Aaron Rodgers? Why wouldn't this be the year? All right? The year they won the Super Bowl was the year they had all those injuries, and they came from nowhere.
This is show 66 for us?
67.
67 shows you finally admit you had a screw loose. But it only took 67 shows, so we're happy to know we got to the bottom of
I knew that when I picked both of y'all.
Oh, right. And here we are. Yes. Back to the NBA, and some bad news for Golden State. Steph Curry will miss at least 2 weeks with a sprained right ankle. Happened Monday night against the Pelicans. MRI results revealed no structural damage, so at least they got that going for them. Nick, what do you think? Warriors still the best team in the NBA without Steph?
No, you can't lose a player as good as Steph, no matter how talented you are, and still be the best team. Not with the Rockets playing like they are, not with Cleveland playing like they are, not with the Spurs waiting to get Kawhi Leonard back and still playing great. But I think this is a good opportunity for Golden State.
Why?
I think this is a good opportunity for Kevin Durant, who has really been in a bad mental place, it would seem, since they won the title. He dominates in the NBA Finals, hits the shot over LeBron, put him up 3-0, 3-0.
What was his average in the finals?
35, 8, and 5 in the NBA Finals. Just a remarkable performance. But since then, he releases these silly shoes. He has the Twitter stuff. He's now been ejected 3 times this season. This is a moment where now, all of a sudden, for the first time since he's been there, guess what, KD? Your team needs you. They didn't need, this is the first moment where the Warriors are now relying on him. He says Steph's the leader. Well, the leader's gone now. So for KD, the NBA is better. KD's always good, but the NBA is better when KD is in the right mental state. And maybe these few weeks can get him back to that mental state that he seemed to live in while he was in Oklahoma City.
I could not agree more. I started a couple months ago and I said I don't understand what Kevin Durant is doing. I don't understand why this craziness has become part of who he is and why he would rather people focus on all this weirdness and the negative stuff rather than go play basketball. And maybe having an opportunity, and albeit a weird one because you never want to wish an injury upon anyone, but an opportunity to go out there and be, the main guy, the leader, the high highest point scorer on the court. Maybe that's good for him to take his mind off all the other, whatever you call the distractions, and let him just focus on playing basketball again, which is what people fell in love with him for from the very beginning.
Yeah, and I believe also it will help the team because Steph will be missed. Steph is a special player. Once every 25 years type player, 40 years type player. Like, that's the kind of player he's missed, that they will miss. But KD, he does have a great opportunity because when we get in past the All-Star break and we potentially get into the playoffs, the physical style of the NBA changes. And players get hurt in the month of March and April more than any other month. So I believe that it helps with his teammates that he would take over the leadership role. Because he said, I'm not the leader of this team, Steph is. Well, Steph's not here for a couple weeks. So it wouldn't hurt that maybe the second or best player in the world, that he might have some leadership skills. Because typically, when you have that type of ability, God would make you a stronger leader than KD has shown the last 6 months.
All right, let's check out some Hall of Fame hands now. Chris, take a look at this.
Well, let's take it out these hands. I don't know what I'd do.
Push yourself!
This is Ronnie Chambliss of Reinhardt University in Georgia. Really, just a fantastic grab.
Oh, nice catch. Oh, those some nice unis right there. Number 88, like my man Michael Irvin. Over the shoulder, he could only catch that with one, Nick, but I like the way he secured it because he probably got small hands. Typically, you see it, he got small feet, small guy. Typically, they come with small hands. That's why he brought the other hand in on it at the full extension. You with me, Nick?
I'm with you. I'm watching it. I'm amazed that Ronnie Chambliss of Reinhardt University makes the show, and within 8 seconds we're diagnosing his hand size, but that's what you're here for.
I mean, look at little man. What you think? He got big hands like the president or something? No? How's that little dude?
Man, everyone can catch these days. 3-point shooting and catching, never been better in the history of sports. Right now, like, this guy's at Reinhardt University doing that?
I give you that, and the reason why, because at the lower levels, they throw the ball more. You go to 8, 9, 10-year-old game, you see them passing the ball more than the generations before that. So, yes, the skill level is higher.
Hell of a catch, man.
Time for a break. Coming up, are the Cowboys about to run the table? Ask Jerry Jones about it. Wait to hear what he has
His
to say.
opinion
Next
will
on First Things
actually
First.
surprise